Right over there. Right there, right there. Right next to her. Yeah. Come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here. Come here, bro. Come here. No, walk down there. Walk down there.
Come on in the middle of the house. Come on, man. Boy.
There you go. And step there. Right over here. Right. A little bit more. Little bit more. There you go. Right across. One step back now. Kind of messed up on that. I ran out of here. Okay, bro, you can turn around and look at her. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Okay, see each other, guys, right in the middle.
Excuse me for a second.
Thank you. Just like that. Hold hands, you two. You want to give your bouquet to someone? Tanya.
Yes.
Marcus. See, the blowing of the conch shell here in Hawaii has many significant cultural values and wonderful meanings. But the greatest will always be these wonderful words that says aloha au ia oi au mauloa, which means that I will always love you forever. This is the wonderful commitment that both of you are making here in this beautiful place that we call Waialae Beach as husband and wife. Marcus, I'm going to ask you to take one step that way so you're right in the middle. There you go. Remember, you two, that your home will always be built upon love. See, love is that wonderful foundation which both of you have created. Remember that your marriage will always be patient, kind. Marriage can never be taken for granted. Your love for each other is a tremendous blessing. Remember that it will always invite both of you to grow together, to learn from one another. Continue to be supportive as well as inspirational. But you know one thing, guys? Remember to be that wonderful and great helpmate. And that includes helping with the dishes now, guys. That includes helping with the laundry. The vacuum cleaner?
Yes, the dishes.
What about this thing that we call a mop? It's okay to help out with the mop once in a while. So lead with your hearts. And always take the time to nurture what you have in the hardest of times. Remember that you are a precious and a blessed union. She is so lovely today in its innocence, but also mighty in its strength, with so many abundant with possibilities. And you know that old saying, the sky's the limit?
Yes.
It belongs to both of you today. Take your love and your marriage to another world. Take it as far as to another universe. But if you're like me, and you believe in those million stars that we have up there, take it to another galaxy. What am I saying? Take it as far as you want to, guys, because it belongs to both of you today. Tanya, would it be okay if I give him some pointers
Yes.
to be a good husband?
Yes.
How much you think? You think maybe 2, 3, 4, 5?
5.
5 things. Oh, all right. Marcus, she said 5 now. You got to know all these 5 things. Number 1, communication. See, there's going to be times when she's going to want to go out with her girls alone. Rod, that means you can never tag along with them. That means you can never take a picture of her, put it on Facebook, Instagram, start tweeting friends, if you're into social media. But you know one thing that you can never do? You can never do a TikTok video. See, that's a no-no. But always have that two-way communication and always share with one another. The second thing is trust. Trusting one another's heart. But remember to also trust your ideas. Because throughout your marriage, you'll come up with some good ideas. Some funny ones, or even some ridiculous ones. But you'd be surprised on what those ideas can be to strengthen your marriage. So never forsake those wonderful ideas. The third thing, obviously, is love. Love never fails, guys. Through all the walls and obstacles that you'll have to face, through the trials and tribulations, remember to never face it separately. Face it together. And always remember that your love for each other here in beautiful Hawaii will never fail. Now, young man, as I'm thinking the fourth thing, sacrifice. Just knowing how to sacrifice for each other, sacrificing for your family. But one thing that I've learned also, sometime in sacrificing, we have to go one up on that. Just knowing and learning how to sacrifice even our personal needs, or even our desires and goals and dreams that we might have had as a youngster for our family and for one another. See, that's a wonderful thing. But the greatest thing of all, Marcus, if you're going to forget everything else what I said, you got to remember number 5, okay? Really, really important in marriage, humility. Guys, it's okay to say I'm sorry, you are right. But Marcus, I don't know about you, man. But all I know is that whenever I have an argument, the lady is always right in every single argument. So you got to remember those 5 things. All right, young man? All right. So take a deep breath, because there's an important question that I have to ask you. See, there's no way you can go to Houston. And Houston's that way. All right. See, the shark and I, we got these 2 things. Here in Hawaii, we got this shark wheel. So I need you to take a deep breath, because I want you to be ready for the question that I'm about to ask you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
Hit me.
All right. So the question is, on this very special, lovely day, on 7/22/22, will you now take this beautiful young lady to be your wife?
Absolutely.
And do you promise today to love her, to honor her, to serve her in sickness and in health, in adversity and prosperity, and to be true and loyal to her so long as you both shall live?
Most definitely.
All right, young lady, take a deep breath there, Tom. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So on this very special, lovely day, on July 22nd, 2022, will you now take this handsome stud to be... What were you laughing? Is he a stud?
Yes, he's handsome.
Yeah. And do you promise today to love him, to honor him, to serve him in sickness and in health, in adversity and prosperity, and to be true and loyal to him so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Guys, in a beautiful culture and tradition of our wonderful Hawaiian Islands, the exchanging of the flower lei is a deep symbol of love, respect, and affection. See, to place a lei on a loved one is to bestow them with the most highest esteem. So as we look at these beautiful crafted lei, and I'm trying to make a heart into it if it turns out okay, it represents a Polynesian tradition of 2 lives that will now intertwine and bound together with the most profound meaning of aloha. All right, Marcus, take this beautiful lei, place this on your bride, put it right in front of her face first so we can get a beautiful picture. All right. At this time, young man, you have your beautiful vows, your words that you have set for her. You may do so at this very moment.
I didn't write no script. I'm not a script guy. So I just wanted to speak from my heart, ask God to ask me to speak from my heart. And from the first day that we had contact, from the first time we saw each other, from the first time we went out, and from the first time we kissed, everything, it just changed my whole world when I was in a dark spot. And every day ever since then has been phenomenal. You start the day, you are all in it during the day, and I finish the day with you. And I want to take it and make more days and more days and more days till I can't count enough days, till all the rest of my days I will protect you and respect you and make sure you're always safe and our family is in good standing. And the biggest thing is that you brought me closer with my walk with God, and I couldn't have done that with anybody else but you. So I am so appreciative of that, and I can't say enough, but I'm so honored to have you in my life for the rest of my life. And I love you deeply, more than anything. And that is never gonna change. Thank you.
All right, young ladies, to your stud.
I wrote my vows down. I had to write them. So bear with me. Dear my Marcus Edward Carroll, we must build our marriage on solid ground according to Matthew chapter 7, verse 26 and 27. But anyone who hears my teaching and does not obey it is foolish, like a person who builds a house on sand. When it rains and floods come, the wind beats against that house, it will collapse with a mighty crash. In order for us to build a solid marriage, we must first put our marriage in the hands of Elohim. Then both of us must do our own parts to make a special blend. I vow to forsake all others who rises up against our marriage. I vow to put you as the head of our marriage, just as I am instructed to do by Yahweh. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, but there is one thing I want you to know. The head of every man is Christ. The head of woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. I vow to love you the way 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 4th verse 7 describes. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no records of wrong or being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoice whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, and always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. There will be trials that will come to test our marriage. Okay. There will be trials that will come to test our marriage, but that's okay by me. I welcome them because according to James chapter 1, verse 2 through 4, dear brothers and sisters, when trouble of any kind comes your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. I vow to be that praying wife that you so needs, according to Mark chapter 11, verse 24. I tell you the truth. I tell you, you can pray for anything, and if you believe that you've received it, it will be yours. I vow to love you through and through the tough times and through the good times. I love you, Marcus Edward Carroll.
May I have the rings, please? This way. There you go.
Oh, she's okay over there. Sand is on my shoe.
Thank you. So guys, as we look at these beautiful rings, remember that the rings itself will always be a circle. And as such, it's a symbol of the sun, our earth, and the universe. See, when you look at its wholeness, its perfection and peace, these unbroken circle represents your love for each other, into which both of you will now enter as husband and a wife. All right, young man, take this ring, hold it from underneath, just like that, okay? So everybody can see that you bought it from Jared's. Place it on her left ring finger. Turn it this way so we can get a beautiful picture of that. Look into her eyes, please, and repeat these words after me. With this ring,
as
a token of my love,
I
I pledge my life,
pledge my life,
my love to you, forevermore. All right, Tanya, take this ring, hold it from underneath, just like that. Place it on Marcus's left ring finger. Show it to everybody. Woohoo! Look into his eyes, please, and repeat these words after me. With this ring, as a token of my love, I pledge my life, my love to you, from this day forth. We've heard those wonderful words that you have said to one another. So by the power vested in me in the state of Hawaii, I can now pronounce both of you as husband and a wife. Here, Mark, give her a kiss and hold a kiss there, okay? I'll tell you when to stop because I need to pull this down. Hold it. I'll tell you when to stop. Hang on. Hold it. They're coming for close up. Okay, you can. Pronounce your last name. Is it Carmen?
Carol.
Okay, let's look over there, guys. Hold hands just like this. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Carol.